Our local author, Arthur Machen, famously said, "When my eyes first opened in early childhood, they had before them a vision of an enchanted land, with leafage like the beloved Zacynthus of Ulysses." He was referring to the countryside he saw around him. "Near me, and he said of Mynydd mine, which I see from a window, as the sun set, it was as if the doors of the furnace had opened." Machen was born in Caerleon, lived in the countryside nearby, and was inspired by walking through the fields in this video. We're continually receiving visitors from the Senedd. All oppose the solar scheme. But before a future video summarizing their site visits and our own drop-in sessions, this video is about Machen's countryside and the destruction of it as planned by Total Energies. We have great concerns about noise, transport, access, ecology, flooding, house prices, footpaths, bridleways, and more. But now, the countryside. I see some of the ancient land, with maize in the fields facing me, and hay in my own field along the brook. The opposite fields are all labelled 10 on the map, near the hill fort. My outlook stands to be littered with black fields of tall solar panels. This would follow a carnage of construction with heavy vehicles, excavators, pile drivers, and bulldozers carving out new roadways. The last maize field on my right, alongside Candour Road, will be a busy delivery and storage compound, when they've found a way to get the loads in from the bendy, narrow lane. All the lanes involved are popular with walkers, runners, cyclists, and horse riders, with ramblers on footpaths enjoying hidden views across the fields and beauty. I repeat, when my eyes first opened, they had before them a vision of an enchanted land. So back to my view and the fields opposite when being ploughed. In bad weather, I see muddy rivers of rainwater running down to flood the brook, the lane, and sometimes on to flood Caerleon. Solar panels will make the flooding worse. Here's another view from the house Little Acre, which is just across the lane from Isca Livery. It looks down over Ponthir and is close to Machen's Deep Lane, where he found this countryside special. It's all part of the historic God's Little Acre. Caerleon's councillors looked out over those hallowed fields. The maps supplied by the developers have mostly been hard to understand, including the one I'm using with a magnifying glass. I've been trying to work out the location of lanes, buildings, construction routes, accesses, and storage compounds. It's in the unwieldy online pack from the Pegasus group. There are many bad choices of fields because of gradients, sun directions, rainwater flow into watercourses, and difficulties in access and construction. A quick journey across more solar fields. From Little Craigith near the top of Candour Road, a shot towards fields 3A and 3B across the top. Then along Candour Road to the small grassy mound with a telegraph pole, and turning past the driveway of Isca Livery lie the magnificent fields 4 and 5, which I show in 3 ways. Looking across field 13B on the footpath to All Saints Church towards fields 4 and 5, growing maize. In spring, from the exit to the footpath behind Ponthir, looking across field 9A and over to field 5 in the right background, Machen's Deep Lane striding up the left of field 5. In spring, looking across towards field 5 in the background from Ponthir. The location of the ford and the footbridge over Candour Brook is in the middle distance on the left. Further back and closer to the hospital are 7A, 7B and 6A in the foreground, taken here from Church Lane, but visible to me in winter, with 6B just over my horizon. To the right, in the direction of Ponthir, behind the hedge is 6C, with 9A and 9B in the middle ground. Then 13A and 13B, from the footpath to all creatures great and small. From my window, 13A and 13B again, but behind Ponthir, 13C and 13D, with the road behind from my direction, and from Brook Farm, 13D close up, and the latest main access and storage compound, on a dangerous bend of a 40-mile-an-hour road with double white lines. I expect to hear noise coming from there, and to see the traffic, as many will. Field 13E, Kairoan, next to Lamb Lane, 13F, Cold Little Kyalive, 13G and 13H, with ancient woodland nearby. Finally, from my front window, I see the waterworks substation, where a 120-ton transformer will go, if they can get it there. And here's a recent arrival in Newport, a bit bigger. Over the reservoir, near the Usk Road corner, lies 1C, another storage compound, leading to 1F, 1E, 1D, over the road to 1B and 1A, then moving down towards the Usk Road and Llanhennep, 2A, 2B, 2C and 2D, before access point at Field 11, near the bottom, and before my daughter's house, Teesaf, overlooking the Usk Road. We know the lane is difficult, even in a car. Small lorries can get stuck. Now, up the lane and out beyond the reservoir above Ponthir. From home, I now look in the direction of the river and Caerleon, towards the long field 8A, then small 8B, to the back of the sewage works. Nearer the river, 8C, 12A, 12B, 12C and 12D lie in the region next to the floods.
Swings are good with this.
Floods that could get worse with runoff from solar panels, to add to the other problems. From Caerleon to Llanfrecfa, from Ponthir to near the Usk Road, there would be 39 solar compounds enclosed by tall steel fences that will also border footpaths and bridleways. I now take photos for my grandchildren, in case our heritage is covered with steel fencing, security cameras, cables, other electrical equipment, and solar panels, to become what some call a solar power station. In a time when green space is a human priority, I don't want black to be the new green. I hope this video has provided an appreciation of the huge impact the solar development will have. Renowned rambler Chris Thomas and I have turned Total Energy's airbrushed fantasies into reality. Something is wrong when farmers who have been custodians of the countryside are now in need of money for destroying it. The developers offer mitigation for their damaging impacts. Mitigation means drainage trenches and fields, tall hedges and fencing to block views, Mitigation means the forced movement of wildlife, of walkers, cyclists, ramblers, and local employees. Mitigation is no substitute for destruction. Just the thought of ruined countryside would be an empty thought. No amount of mitigation will replace stolen feelings and dreams, or Arthur Machen's enchanted land. We may be left with only the longing. Hiraeth.
Hiraeth sy'n torri'n halon, anwydron ar nos yn cysgu, eddaw hiraeth ac am deffru. Hiraeth, hiraeth, cilia, cilia, haid a ffwys o mordrwm arna. Nesa tipyn at yr erchwyn, a dim